So if you don't work 5 till 9, you'll never leave your 9 to 5. And this is from my own personal experience. And I think most people know if you're in a 9 to 5 job and you want to start your own business, that you're going to have to, work evenings and weekends. But the reason why we say 5 to 9, and there's this whole community of 5 to 9ers out there, is because it represents the discipline that you need to start a business. So the same discipline that gets you to wake up at 9 and work until 5, you need to apply that same discipline to your own business. So you get in at 9 and you leave at 5 because you know that if you don't, there's a boss, there is an authority that will penalise you for turning up late or leaving early or whatever it might be. But when you cross over into the world of entrepreneurship, you don't have a boss, you are the boss. And as great as that sounds, it means that you need to be self-disciplined, you need to be self-starting, and you need to be accountable to yourself, which is, the reason why you should get a business coach or a mentor, so you can be accountable to somebody else. But if you don't have one, you need to learn to be accountable to yourself in some regard. And so the idea is that you exercise the same discipline that you would if you were in a 9 to 5 job. Now, the reason why that's difficult is because in the same 24-hour time span, your brain has got to operate in 2 different ways. So in a 9 to 5, you're being told what to do, you're being directed, and you have a boss and all the rest of it. And when you get home to do your 5 till 9, you've now mentally got to completely flip that around. Yeah, and it's not easy. You can have a million excuses. Friends could bring you to go out. There could be something great on TV, or you just may not feel up to it, or whatever it might be. But it's about practicing that mental shift. It's about creating a habit that says that actually, if you're trying to leave your 9 to 5, arguably the 5 to 9 is more important, right? Because you've got to put in more work, you've got to prioritize, in your own head, why that's important. Otherwise, you're not going to leave this 9 to 5 that you don't like, or you want to make more money, or whatever the reason is. But it's really important that you balance the scales insofar as which takes priority and which one you've got to put more energy into. I mean, hopefully my previous employers aren't watching this, but what I used to do, I used to, do my work on the train to work, do some work in the lunch hour and do my work on the train home, and then I would still do my 5 to 9 thing and do stuff on the weekends, right? But what I used to do sometimes, it depends on the kind of job you've got, is I used to be so good at my job, I made a point of being so good at my job that I could do 8 hours of work within about 4 hours time, and then I would spend the other 4 hours, or maybe it was more, doing my own thing, right? Getting on the phone to clients, and going for long walks when I was pitching people, and all the rest of it, right? I'm not suggesting you do that, you might get in trouble with your boss, but that's kind of what I did, right? So you've got to think about your own work situation and what it is that you're going to be able to do in order to make that shift, because this isn't just a change, this is truly a shift, going from the 9 to 5 mindset into the 5 to 9 mindset. And the only way that you're going to be able to get the hang of it is if you practice it day after day after day, and then at some point your effectiveness within the 5 to 9 piece, within that 5 to 9 time period, will become so good that you will then start to generate, the byproduct of that excellence will be money, and enough money for you to eventually leave your 9 to 5.